Dun 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 dun. Look at that. I have added the Strait of Dover, or rather, I've adjusted the Strait of Dover in my mod, RwS. If you don't know, in base game Hoi 4, it is absolutely terrible. I'll try to show a picture if I can, but it's pretty much like like 100 miles plus away from Calais, which makes no sense. In real life, it looks like this. It is nowhere near that. Nowhere near that. I don't know what they were thinking. It's not like it's too close to like even do like naval invasions and stuff like that. You still can. You can still click the button and you still have the arrow and the troops still move and all that. I really have no idea what they were thinking. But I decided I wanted to move the UK down. People have been suggesting it for a while, and I'm really glad I finally have, because that looks great and it looks cool from far away too. Just seeing it close like that, is really neat. It would have been nicer if it was in the game at launch, but whatever. And this was actually super difficult. There's probably still things wrong here, but this was a challenge. I had to change so many files, so many maps. I had to like splice maps together and then fix. The hardest one was provinces. I guess I'll just show you. I had to change all of these maps. All of these maps. Hold on, let's go. This is the province map. I had to change the height map. I had to change the river map. I had to change the terrain map. I had to change the tree map. I had to change the normal map here. And then there's another province. Oh, this is the old province map from before. Okay, here you go. This kind of shows you too. If I couldn't find a picture, this is where I'll show you. This blue province or gray or whatever is where Dover is, and this is Calais. This right here is Calais. This right here is Dover. So from that much to that much, a pretty big difference, if you ask me. But the hardest part was really these sea provinces. It was really a pain to put these together, mash these together. Ones went missing, and a lot of these are super close in color, so I couldn't really find what the problems were. Like, look, these are three different ones. YouTube might even compress it and make it harder to tell. But these are three different colors, and I don't have the best eyes either. So that was a pain, took a long time. But the result is pretty cool. Look at that. But it does mean that all these provinces are in different spots. So some of these cities may be in different spots as well. Let me know if you see any that seem to be placed in the wrong spot. These VPs. Here's one hole. This is almost on the ocean. That's not right. Stuff like that. I'll just scroll by real quick. Here's another one. Stornoway, Cork as well. Like, those were all changed, so like it caused a lot of problems. But I'm really happy with it. It's really nice to see that there. I just wish it didn't take so long, because I want to do other stuff for this video too. There was one other thing I did do. Okay, so we've eaten the west part of France, which is always fun, and we have spawned in Reichskommissariat, Belgium, or really the military government in Belgium and France. And I've changed Calais. Someone on my Discord server mentioned that Calais is a little weird in the base game. In the base game, it basically follows this river here, so it ends up being a lot more curvy and it sticks out in places. But I've tried to adjust that, so now it looks more straight and more accurate, hopefully. So that is pretty cool. See that right there, and then here's how the French borders look with that. Of course, France usually would not be unified like this. It would be broken apart, but that kind of gives you sort of an idea. But yeah, a pretty minor change, which is mostly there because I ended up just spending more time on this than I had thought. But yeah, there's still problems. As you can see, some of these provinces are like weird and grayed out. If anyone knows what that would be, let me know. I was able to fix these, but these southern bits seem to be having problems still, which of course is very odd. So if you have an idea of what that is, or maybe it's like this in base game and I'm not really remembering right, I don't know. But that doesn't look exactly right. It looks fine in the game, see? But then when you get rid of the country color, you can notice it a lot more. What if another country owns it? Let's see. You have Germany owning it, you can tell a little bit more. It's like this weird white stuff. Like, there's no color there. So if you know what that is, let me know. If you know a fix for that, let me know. Of course, that would be appreciated. I also moved these islands, of course, just because they kind of go with the UK, the British Isles, and Ireland, of course, as well. But yeah, very cool. Very nice to kind of get that visualization of just how close England was, or the UK was, to France here. and how close Calais was to Dover. No wonder the Germans thought it would be here that they would attack, right? But yeah, definitely a change that has been needed to be done for a long time. Next video is going to be a whole bunch of new states and province changes to make the occupation of Austria and Germany post-war look accurate. It's going to be fun, especially Austria. I got to make a whole bunch of different states here. I'm going to try to make as little as I can just to avoid bugs. But we will see how that goes. I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know if you have any other suggestions for Britain, since we're on the topic of Britain. Any other suggestions just in general for the mod, leave it down in the comments below, or go to my Discord. My Discord server is a great place to make those suggestions, for me to actually remember those suggestions. Just for example, this right here, this being closer, and Calais, and being like this, those were both suggested in the Discord server, so that kind of gives you an idea as to, the fact that it is quite useful. But yeah, that is about it. Thank you very much to my member right now. I've started doing YouTube members, and I have one right now. Their name is Polkio. Appreciate it very much. And you do get access to some things. Videos that are not urgent, you may get a little bit earlier than most. For example, I just went on vacation, and I made a bunch of videos beforehand that were scheduled to upload through vacation, but if you're a member like he or she was, you got them all at the same time, and you got to watch them all a couple days early. So stuff like that is cool. Also, of course, I'll mention like this. I'm going to start adding you guys to the descriptions as well. And in general, it's a nice way to support me as I try to make it through YouTube without ads. It is taking a long time to get ads. I'm not quite sure what's happening with that, but I'm like very close to the cusp of it and not really making it there. But even when I do get ads, I don't want to spam them or anything like that, just because I've always hated that as someone who watches YouTube, so why would I do that myself? So with that being said, supporting me directly like that is nice, and it is pretty cheap compared to other people's. It's just a couple dollars a month, but it shows me that people care, and I really appreciate that. That being said, of course, you don't have to. That is about it for this episode. Again, next episode is going to be talking about all sorts of changes to post-war Europe, and then after that we will get more into the peace deal system, and then we will touch up more on partisans, as partisans are being developed. That is taking longer than I thought, but considering partisans are a pretty complex system, I guess that makes sense. I should have thought of that. But I do think it'll be worth it in the end. But yeah, that is about it. You guys have a good day. See you next time.